amount of Finn hate that there are in those videos when he's losing is entirely, I think, unprecedented.
It is hilarious, but right now he is winning because he's in winners finals here against Sice. Again, Sice has been doing an amazing job of really leveling up, and I've been very impressed by watching what we've been seeing so far. Better rage usage, better disadvantage, and been working heavily on his DI because that was definitely costing him a lot of stocks before.
Oh yeah, DI is way, like, it's really important in this game to have really good directional influence because without it, you are going to lose your stocks at such early percents.
Yeah, especially to like that the up special on Finn when he has a lot of coins. Say, well, goodbye.
Sir.
Especially on Batcave, well, bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, from what I'm seeing here, he definitely looks like he has a lot more control over his character and is doing a lot better job at getting like those combos in. The problem with all of that, though, is that Finn has so many good hitboxes on him that if you're not careful, you're going to lose your stock first.
Yeah, his frame data, too.
Yeah, like right here at 86% is us. Like, this is a good percent for Finn to get the stock.
Yeah, and when he finds those knockouts, it is very much difficult to come back sometimes whenever you deal with that. But one thing that Sice has been doing more is, for one, he's constantly plucking that. As soon as it's gone, there it is again. He plucks another one. And that's a constant zoning tool. And now, finally,
awesome.
He's been using Rage as a way to bait people to approach, and he finds it down air. That's going to be an even game right after that. But that was all off of a good bait from Sice off the side.
For as much as he has Sandwich in hand, I would love to see, like, right now, I gotta assume that he has the 100% gets rage, right? So
no. So he uses the.
Does he use the sandwich one?
Yeah, he just uses the sandwich one now, good. And the 100+ damage to help buff him when he's above that range. Yeah.
I was literally going to recommend, like, if he has sandwich that much in hand, that he should swap to that perk because that perk will get him way more rage status by consuming the like,
yeah, it's been better because it's a lot faster. But one thing that Sice has been doing well is using these armor dash cancels to find his way in. And Finn, you can see, like, Finn doesn't really care that much about armor. He doesn't really care. He uses the nair to get through it. He uses the down attack to get through it.
A lot of armor breaks.
Yeah, it's a blessing for Finn as he finds him in the center of that up special. It's very difficult to get through that sometimes to avoid getting knocked out. Also, shout outs to Man of War TTV with that rated 3. Appreciate that. Man of War, also an amazing MultiVersus player, but definitely give him some love at some point.
Yeah, let's go. But pretty much from what I'm seeing here is Sice is getting the hits in, but having a hard time getting the kill confirms and getting those stocks. He's having a difficult time at getting, like, you know, into that rage mode effectively. Chavo is doing a very good job at, like, making sure that he is pressuring him when he goes.
Most of that is because he's got boots of speed. Before, at the start of the match, he wasn't really putting the boots on, but now with the boots of speed, for one, it makes that a true combo because after the jump cancel on boots of speed with the side air, you true combo into up attack, up special, off side air, even if they were DIing out because you fade with it. Compared to when it's not boots, it won't. Well, that was a good snipe. He's been catching people quite a bit now with the sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, once you have no, like, you know, air dodges or anything to stop your momentum, that's like a lost stock right there, just from that alone. So that's a really good use of that. Down smash, not going to take that stock. Trying to follow up with the up B, not going to get anything just yet.
Yeah, we're very close right now in 135. Look, Shaggy can steal games. Uncle Shagsworthy has a good bank account for good reason. You don't stay rich without having some better decisions than getting hit by the down attack. And Chavo going to go ahead and find him off the side of the stage, and that is him getting game number 1, putting up the slaps as he walks around.
Yeah, it's very easy to rush that situation.
I always look like the awkward silence that happens after a match where everybody's just like, and then when everybody looks at each other, they just break and laugh. Because we're just having fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's all in good like, everybody's just having a good time.
Yeah,
and that's
like,
what
yo, y'all comments on YouTube, y'all been eating everybody up. We're just having fun, man. We're having a good time. Of course, I understand, though, because, like, these matchups, they can be frustrating to learn at first. It is not easy to deal with Finn, especially at the higher level, because they start using that gem way more often, and that gem leads to debuffs, and that debuff, even the ice debuff, just on one tick, slows you down enough that it's so much easier for Finn to pressure you. And
especially with boots of speed on.
Yeah, you can't get away from him. Like, you literally can't get away from him with that combination. You are hit, it is his playground.
Now, if down smash actually connected like it used, like it did in the past, that stock would have been lost there. Luckily for Sice, that move doesn't connect as often anymore, so he was able to retain the stock there.
Yeah, like it's still such like a good knockout option on the ledge, but just being able to oh my goodness, actually that I forgot. Sice has been doing that more often too now. He's doubling up into down attacks and getting more consistent combos. That is Shaggy. Yeah, no, he's not gonna get knocked out by that. I don't know so much about that dodge in. Your resources are gone now. Yeah, Chavo knows his resources are gone, so he's forced to have to land. All of his jumps are gone. He has no other options. That's perfectly executed.
Yeah, he wasn't able to make anything out of that. He got stuffed out at every location and just didn't have any recovery left in the tank.
Yeah, that was really solid by Chavo. It's like just once you know resources are gone, anybody who's struggling to get edge guards, if you hear that beep, 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 go get them. They literally can't do anything other than swing, and they're probably not going to be, it's not worth it to swing because you're just, free fall after that.
There are some moves that can keep you in the air for longer.
Some, like Finn's up attack, funny enough.
Yeah, Raindog's up attack too will also hover him in the air. True. Not a good hitbox. Still will probably lose your stock, but it's worth
I did give you credit earlier where I saw that the up attack or the up air was not connecting on Raindog a few times. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it now.
I have learned a lot of that move though, so I actually have some confirms into it now.
Now look at
using
Chavo.
the sandwich back at him is interesting. He's using his own projectile against him.
He was also he's been going for the armored buns now because you don't.
Oh, true.
Yeah, you don't need to go for the projectile perk. You could if you want, but you don't even need to. That's a guaranteed rage, and the only thing I just want to make sure Sice doesn't use it on a combo. I think the best thing for Sice to do, undermine, that does.
He's going to use it on a combo, get the weakness stacks, and get 35% out of it.
I get why it's that made sense next to the platform because he could have tried to chase him to find a stock off the top, but the up special is going to find its way. I think that was some DI in on that too, so that led to a much easier knockout.
Ooh, the down special. Not going to connect the down air there and get the stock, but that was a really good attempt there from Sice. If it did connect, that was going to be a lost stock there and put him right back to even. Sice is going to have to work kind of hard here, though. Doesn't want to take too much damage on these interactions, which is very hard when you're dealing with Finn, as Finn does have many combo tools. Yeah,
and then, again, Chavo just uses that gem as a way to, like, get his way off a disadvantage and then back in quickly. Like, it takes no time. But here we go. Once again, Chavo has just backing himself off against the wall, and you think you have an opening, and then he uses the gem to sneak his way in. And Sice hasn't been able to answer that. And now look at this pressure here, Josh. He just, like, doubles up, goes in. Here goes the true combo. DI is proper that time, but the gem. Now he's not going to be able to make that back, maybe. He sneaks his way back on.
Yeah, he actually had some recovery left there, was able to make it back. Right now, he's under a lot of pressure. He's down a whole stock. He's going to have to pull something out here if he's going to want to catch up to Chavo. He's just getting stuffed out at every time he's trying to get back to the ground. Every interaction that Sice was pulling out there was just getting answered by a hitbox from Chavo.
Yeah, and that is the way to do it. And, I just need to go to I need to go to this one first every time because at the end he's just now doing, like, the high fives, like the customs on. But, yeah, he's, you want to try to get aggressive sometimes with a character who has good hitboxes like Shaggy.
Yes.
Except when you're constantly doing it against someone who has really fast frame data, you will get beat out most of the time. Plus, it's a disjoint, so it can be very stressful. Let's go ahead and take a look at the perks for everybody who wants to look. The reason why Chavo runs both of the debuff perks, like we said before, it's because he does short hop, and he gets the gem, and then he throws it at you. That puts a flame debuff, which gives you 2 extra free damage. Personally, I've become less of a fan of flame debuff in ones. Yeah. I think 2 damage is relevant. But Chavo gets it all the time, so it's like I guess it makes sense. He uses the ice because that 1 stack of ice plus boots of speed, it's borderline impossible to get away from. And then fully charged on any of his walking attacks gives him a guaranteed
perks.
1. Yeah, he's wow. Okay.
A lot of defense perks on Sice.
I would assume with the defense perks he did off the bounces that he was going to go to Cromulus for the wall because he did that earlier against Ally Demand, and instead he's going to run it back here to Treehouse. But I think that a big part of it has to do with the fact that Shaggy just snipes stocks at like 30% here off of a double uppercut read.
I mean, it's a good idea. Like, Shaggy has so much, like, kill potential that he's going to be able to take those stocks without any offensive perks. But to not see a single one, even just, like, the 100% one, is kind of odd.
Yeah, and I think it's just the main thing is that he's, I think he just realizes his knockout potential is already strong enough So he's just trying to mitigate as much as he can. Now going for that, but the thing is, I get why he did it, but it doesn't last long enough to where another gem is going to hit you. So you don't take the hit. So that's something he's going to have to think about later on when he, even though something could seem super obvious about a good counter pick on a perk, sometimes you got to think about the playstyle of the player too, where they can just stop throwing a projectile at you, or it might not be quick enough to get another one.
Plus, a lot of the times, after he is throwing the gem and getting that like hit off of it, he's actually just following up with an extended combo, which at that point, that defensive, like, you know, that debuff for like other projectiles would be gone by then.
Yeah.
Like, look, he's not going to throw the gem at any point during that interaction.
Yep.
So that perk is actually not getting as much mileage as it would against, like, say, Velma or maybe against, like, Tom and Jerry.
One thing I will say, though, is that perks, they've kind of been irrelevant so far.
A little bit.
The Downer's not going to be able to find a knock off the top, but, like Sice has held a good lead. That was an emergency escape, jump away, dodge from Chavo, because you got hit by that. You were likely to lose that stock there. That would have been a 2-stock lead for Sice.
Yeah, it would have been a huge lead for Sice there. I think the biggest thing that I've seen here is he has been getting hit by Chavo's down airs, and because of the perk that stops a lot of the like, even there, he barely got taken off the top there.
That is true. That does help because it reduces a bit off of the ground bounces, which takes away a knockout option for Chavo, which most of them have been off the side. But for Sice, not going to find it. He's going for that twice now, and that time Chavo dodged down. I think the next time he doesn't go for the read, I think he just goes for it instantly.
Yeah, I think so too. At that point, he probably has enough knowledge to recognize the situation if it pops up again. Not going to get the double up B there.
He did go for it instantly, though. Like, that doesn't have the fastest startup, but he did try to catch Chavo slipping. But Chavo going up for the side airs. Downer not going to be enough. And this is extremely close, but Chavo
actually catching him on the teleport there with the downer, taking the stock because of it.
That was matchup practice from yesterday when we were talking. I was talking about how we were here till like 3 o'clock in the morning practicing. He was starting to find ways to answer the gem teleport in, and I'm loving how much adjustment Sice has been making. But the thing with Chavo is one of the best spins in the world for good reason. You got to be careful when things like that happen as he finds the mark on cue and he gets it to last stock.
Yeah, evening it up right there. Very healthy stock on him still. Probably going to even it up with one gem combo if he can find it. But yeah, before that, Sice was doing an amazing job at getting like those stocks as early as possible and just racking up that lead, showing a lot of like that practice that they've been having, like you said.
And now we're starting to see the combos starting to come into favor of Chavo, starting to adjust to some of that. This is still doable for Sice as he finds these down airs, looks for the dodge, and he had that kind of called with the down attack. Going for the side special now, going for the uppercut. It's an opportunity for Sice. He's going to go off at him off stage. No, just respecting him, trying to challenge the down air that time, but Chavo went for that last time, and he's not going to fall for that again.
No, he was held onto it that time until he absolutely needed it when he was back off stage. Not utilizing the gem as like often as needed, almost losing the stock there. Has to recover a little bit high, returning to center stage. Does not have gem. Gonna teleport to it.
Ooh, this is so close. Chavo's gonna get the up attack, but he doesn't get back in with the second hit. The second hit, a down attack comes through though. Gem coming in, trying to find the teleport in, and Sice looking for any opener, hoping to find something to get him into another game. He had the read. He had the read. He had the read that was his, and he's not gonna be able to find it. But now Rage comes in,
breaking through the armor there. Another one. Does he have
he sniped his jumps. Oh, he gets the wall touch, but Chavo sneaks it out
caught.
at the end. This one comes through, and Chavo shuts it down. 3-0, stops it all. But what an insanely close last game again. Chavo putting out the proud of him pats because
that was a very close last game.
It was.
Sice just barely missed that up.